summit held in Brazil has come to an end. The one big takeaway from the annual summit was that the leaders of the BRICS countries have decided to move forward on implementing a cross-border payment system, creating an alternative system to SWIFT, the main global interbank payment network. Notably, this development comes amid tariff threats from the US President Donald Trump, who views the bloc and its effort at designing a new payment system as an attempt to dethrone the dollar, also known as de-dollarisation. BRICS leader and a new payment system. The heads of the state of the bloc numbers countries, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, said that they are committed to implementing a cross-border payment system, which would make transaction between member countries more accessible, faster and safer. Moreover, it would be an alternative to the existing system known as SWIFT banking system. The leaders' declaration read, "We task our ministers of finance and central bank governors as appropriate to continue the discussion on the BRICS cross-border payment initiative and acknowledge the process made by BRICS Payment Task Force in identifying possible pathways to support the continuation of discussion on potential for greater interoperability of BRICS payment systems." The statement further read, "In this regard, we welcome the technical report BRICS cross-border payment system, which reflects members' revealed preferences and should play a pivotal role in our efforts to facilitate fast, low-cost, more accessible, efficient, transparent and safe cross-border payments among BRICS countries and other nations, and which can support greater trade and investment flows." Later in the press conference, Ministry of External Affairs (MEA) Secretary Damu Ravi told reporters that India backed the BRICS cross-border payments initiative and that it would gain traction in the coming days. What is BRICS cross-border payment initiative? But the question remains, what exactly are the members of BRICS proposing? The BRICS cross-border payment initiative was first proposed in 2015 to facilitate trade between BRICS nations easily by using local currencies, thereby reducing reliance on the US dollar. In the recent past, Russia and China, two of BRICS' biggest members, have long been trying to move away from the trade in the US dollar. For Russia, since it invaded Ukraine in 2022 and began the war, its forex reserves is dollars and euros have been frozen, and its financial system has been heavily hit by sanctions. It has also barred from the West-powered SWIFT banking system. Similarly, China too has pushed less dependency on the US dollar. It has launched a sweeping campaign to promote the yuan global role. In a speech last month, Chinese central bank governor outlined a vision in which the country's financial markets are more open and yuan plays a central role in the world's capital flows. Other BRICS countries also vary of SWIFT's universality. Many countries state that they lack influence in decision-making in the case of SWIFT and are wary of using it as a political tool. This has led to many non-Western countries to seek alternatives, which in turn would also reduce dependency on the US dollar. In 2023, Brazil's president also called on countries to work towards replacing the US dollar with their own currencies in international trade. He said that why can't we do trade based on our own currencies? He further added, who was it that decided that the dollar was the currency after the disappearance of the gold standard? Now let's understand what is the hurdle in implementing BCBPI. However, realizing the dream is complicated and there are several roadblocks to it, there have been a disagreement on payment mechanisms, types of currency to be used and how to implement the infrastructure. Security concerns also have to be negotiated. Some of the BRICS members, namely Russia and Iran, face sanctions from the West, which makes the cross-border payment system for the trade even more complicated. Some member countries' central bank systems remain unprepared for cross-border integration, and presence of several non-convertible currencies further complicate the process. Sources have also told Bloomberg that the recent expansion of BRICS, it has increased its membership to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and UAE. Trump on de-dollarization. The move by BRICS to go ahead with its cross-border payment initiative has earned the ire of the US President Donald Trump. In a post on Truth Social, the US President wrote, "Any country aligning themselves with an anti-American policies of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exceptions to this policy. Thank you for your attention to this matter." This threat follows one he had issued in February, in which he had warned the BRICS nation would face 100% tariff if they attempted to undermine the role of US dollar in global trade. However, Brazilian leader has hit back at the American leader, saying the world doesn't need an emperor. At the end of the BRICS summit, Lula struck a different tone when asked by the reporters about Trump's tariff. He said, and I quote, "The world has changed, we don't want an emperor." So what do you think about de-dollarization? Do you think that BRICS nation need an alternative currency, or using dollar as a payment method is okay and acceptable? You can tell us in the comment section. You were watching DNA Explained and I am Ayushi Mittal.